Hi, fourth graders. Today we're going to be reading The Big Race. For genre, this is a narrative nonfiction. So, a narrative nonfiction is a story that contains nonfiction information, and in this case, it's going to be talking about science. So, our main characters for this story are Alex and Liam, and our essential question is how can science help you understand how things work? And we're going to read how Alex and Liam want to use science to help them win a race. Alex and Liam planned to build a car for the Soapbox Derby. As a result of their inquiry into how to build a fast car, they had come to the Science Museum today for answers. Last week, Alex's mother had called one of the museum scientists. When they walked into the museum, a woman in a lab coat and inline skates zoomed up and greeted them. Let's stop and look back at the word inquiry. An inquiry is a question or something that you want to research or to find more about. So they're trying to find more about how to build a fast car. Let's keep reading. Hi, I'm Clara. Are you boys the boys who want to know what will make a car go fast? Yes, I'm Alex, and that's Liam, Alex responded. Why are you wearing inline skates, Clara? Liam asked. I'm a champion skater, Clara claimed, doing a spin. Then she whispered, That's not my true identity. I'm a scientist. Skates make it easier to get around. Follow me. It's about speed. Welcome to our On the Move exhibit, Clara announced as they entered a large room. So tell me about the race. There will be 20 cars in the race. We will be going down the steepest hill in town, Alex said. Sounds thrilling. It must be exciting to go fast, Clara answered as she pressed the buttons on the machine. This is a virtual race car. The screen shows you the virtual race course and your speed. Speed is the distance an object moves in a certain amount of time. Let's stop and talk about the word thrilling. Can you find a word in that paragraph that could help us figure out the meaning of thrilling that means the same thing? Hey, I hope you found the word exciting. So exciting and thrilling are synonyms, which means they're two words that mean the same thing. Forces at work. Alex and Liam climbed into the machine. Each seat had a steering wheel and a screen in front of it. Claire said, Since you want to build a fast car, you need to know about forces and how they affect motion. What's a force? Asked Liam. Clara continued, A force is a push or a pull. Forces cause things to move or cause a change in motion. When I apply a big enough force on an object, like this stool, it moves. If two objects are exactly the same, the object that receives a bigger force will accelerate or increase its speed. Clara said, pushing the two stools at the same time. Which stool received a bigger force? Clara asked. The one on the right. It went farther, said Liam. So giving our car a big push at the top of the hill will cause it to accelerate and go faster, Alex summarized. Okay, let's stop and go back to our vocabulary word, the word accelerate. They give us the definition. So what words in this paragraph help us learn what accelerate means? Okay, you should have found the phrase increase its speed. So if something accelerates, it increases its speed. Gravity and friction. Clara smiled. Right. Another force acting on your car is gravity. Gravity is a pulling force between two objects. Clara took a tennis ball out of her pocket. When I drop this ball, gravity pulls it towards the floor. It is the same force that pulls your car down the hill. Let's stop and look at the word gravity. Now, gravity is a word that you're pretty familiar with. Gravity is a pulling force between two objects. Now, generally speaking, we think about gravity as in pulling towards the earth. So in this case, gravity is the pulling force between any two objects. Most of the time, we're talking about gravity between an object and earth. Because earth is bigger, it pulls things towards it. Okay, let's go ahead and keep reading. So a big push gives us an advantage over other cars, and gravity will keep us going. How do we stop? Liam asked. You need friction. Friction is a force between two surfaces that slows objects down or stops them from moving. For example, I lean back on my skates and the friction between the rubber stoppers and the floor slows me down, said Clara. Thanks, Clara. The virtual race car was cool, and we knew we had the skills and capabilities to win the race. But now we have science on our side, too, Liam grinned.